Based on statements that have been made by presidential aspirants Mark Goldin and Lisa Hanna, they both have strategies to effectively lead the opposition. These two presidential candidates are going up for the top position of president in the People's National Party. They have both stated that they are ready with the necessary strategies to effectively lead their party in the parliament and, of course, to handle all the issues and challenges that may arise regardless of the 14 to 49 majority which the Jamaica Labour Party currently holds in the legislature. According to Lisa Hanna, she is not normally frightened by giants. She has met many giants and Goliaths in her life. She is currently a 4-time Member of Parliament for Sennan South Eastern. She has also stated that the art of good leadership is not to fear what seems to be the noise, but to plan the strategy. So, she will be a responsible leader of the opposition, and she will ensure that the opposition in the House will also be accountable and responsible. She further went on to state that, as opposition leader, she would be holding the government accountable. She further stated that we will also make our voices heard. Lisa Hanna is also the party treasurer, and as the president of the People's National Party and opposition leader, she has stated that if she were to have both of those positions, she would help to reorganize the constituency seats. She further went on to state that they would have the time to ensure that they can form the next government when the next elections are called. We have just lost an election. It is a bruising and a bitter defeat, but the beauty about it is that we have another 4 years to get it right. So I am not the least bit daunted. When Michael Manley lost in 1980 and we only had 9 seats, because of clear and active and exuberant and strategic leadership, we were able to come back years later and win again. And I believe that we can do this a next time. Based on statements coming from MP Mark Goldin, who is in charge of St. Andrew Southern, he believes that it's not about the numbers, but it is about strategizing and organizing. We have to really be a tighter and a more cohesive unit. We have some good people on our side amongst the 14 parliamentarians that will be sitting in the House of Representatives, and we need to work together, caucus a lot, and of course be strategic in how we operate. Goldin further went on to point out that so far the opposition has held its own. Already they are pushing back on at least one issue, that of the chairmanship of several parliamentary committees that were turned over to the government side, a move which Prime Minister Andrew Holness initiated at the start of the new session of Parliament. The government has not yet relented on its position, but I think the wider society senses the correctness of the position that the opposition has put forward. And as opposition, we will continue to adopt principled positions that support and defend the rights and interests of the Jamaican people. He further went on to state that whilst the opposition holds a small minority, it can be very effective. We might be small, but we are strong. Both political candidates, Lisa Hanna and Mark Goldin, have stated that they are willing to work together and that they will work together despite the outcome of the presidential elections on November 7, 2020. Both of these candidates for the People's National Party's presidential position have stated that they intend to support each other despite the outcome of the party's impending internal elections. They have both openly declared that they will work together after November 7, 2020. Whilst both Lisa and Mark Goldin are challenging for the presidency of the People's National Party, and will also take the title of the leader of the opposition. After the November 7, 2020 presidential elections, results have been announced. They have clearly stated that their reasons for running and their reasons that PNP delegates should select either of them is that both candidates are focused on unity and rebuilding and reforming the People's National Party's political organization. Lisa Hanna has declared that she would be willing to work with Mark Golding as a spokesman on finance if she were to win the presidency of the People's National Party. According to Lisa, I wouldn't have a problem reappointing Mark Golding as spokesperson of finance. I think he has served well in the past. I served with Mark Golding in the cabinet as well, and I think he has been a good opposition spokesperson on finance, and I believe that he would make a good finance minister as well. Golding, however, when asked if he would be willing to serve in the party's leadership where the possibility or situation may arise that he may lose the presidency of the People's National Party to Lisa Hanna, his response was that he expects at this point to be elected as president of the People's National Party, but he certainly would serve whoever is the leader of the party going forward. According to Mark Golding, he is a party man, is a loyal member of the People's National Party, and he believes in the mission of the party, and he also believes that Jamaica needs to see the party as a strong unit, and also he needs to put the party in a place that it can deliver on their historic mission. This election for the presidency of the People's National Party is scheduled for November 7, 2020, and this came out of a situation where Dr. Peter Phillips made an announcement that he would be demitting office as opposition leader and president of the People's National Party if the PNP were to lose the September 3rd general elections. Therefore, seeing that the People's National Party lost all of 15 seats that were previously held in the 2016 general elections and was only able to garner 14 seats to the Jamaica Labour Party's 49 seats, Dr. Peter Phillips further went on to fulfill his promise and made the announcement of his impending resignation from the presidency of the People's National Party and the position of opposition leader. And therefore, an announcement was made on September 27th by the NEC that the presidential elections would be held on November 7th. And consequently, we are down to two candidates, Lisa Hanna and Mark Golding, whilst everyone is excited and anticipating the outcome of these presidential elections. Thanks for watching.